Niall Horan, the show, live on tour. It's like a year's time, less than a year, April 2024. Buddy, congratulations. How does it feel that it's out there?
I know, it feels mad to be talking about it a year out, but it's happening, and I want to let people know. Yeah, I'm going to be in Brisbane on the 28th of April, Sydney on the 1st of May, and I'm going to be in Melbourne on May 3rd, playing the Rod Laver. So I'm looking forward to, first of all, getting back to Australia, which I haven't been to in years now because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think everyone is very aware. I've made it very obvious that I'm obsessed with Australia, and I just can't wait to get back and see the fans, because it's been so long. It feels weird that I haven't toured it in so long, because I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just looking forward to. They've got 3 albums worth of stuff now to listen to, and I'm planning the best possible show I can do, and looking forward to getting down.
Yeah, well, it's literally called The Show. So, like, you're really like promising a good show. Like, it's the show. So you're setting yourself for, it's got to be big, you know? It has to be. So I'm sure the planning.
Yeah.
You've been planning this, because I'm sure the decision, like, you don't just wake up and go, I'm going to do an international tour. There's people, and I can imagine it's such a headache to get approvals and the money, and it's a lot. So how long has this been in the works for?
This has been in it for a while. I mean, as I'm handing in the album last year, like, we're already thinking about when we're going on the road, getting in touch with agents and promoters in different countries, and like trying to find dates for venues and the best possible dates, and the routing of it all. It's hard work for everyone involved.
Routing of it all. Don't say that when you're in Australia. You know what that means in Australia?
Oh, that's right. How do you say it then?
Okay, well, what do you mean when you say that? Because that means that you've been having sex with everyone trying to plan the tour, which sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I want to plan. I'm going to plan my own tour and just route. That'd be fun.
We say routing. The Americans say routing. I assume. Do you say routing?
No, well, we do, but rooting is just sex. That's all it means to us. Like, rooting has, and I guess if you work in the tree business, I don't know, and you need to dig up roots. But what does it mean when you say rooting?
Routing means planning and mapping out.
I guess if it's a planned hookup, then rooting it can mean the same thing. If you're putting time and effort into planning, mapping out, maybe.
I love you lot. You're mad.
Okay, so is this why you like Australia? Because I mean, what's the connection? Is it just the like laid back, chill vibe?
Yeah, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, I've spent so much time in Australia, like outside of touring. Generally, we would tour Australia like in February, so I would come down January 1, and spend the whole month before the tour would kick off. All my best mates and family and stuff were living in Melbourne for years, so I spent loads of time.
Do you like
messing around there?
You got good beaches, the coffees. If you like good food, you like good coffee. I know you like to golf. We got good courses. Like, it's very. Could you live here, maybe, Niall?
155%. If I didn't have so much work happening here around these parts, I would absolutely live down there. There's no doubt about it. If Melbourne was where LA is, it'd be the best place on the planet.
You weren't busy rooting, you'd be down here. Okay, so that's so exciting that the tour is coming. So you have to get tickets, of course. Are you looking at any Aussies to open for you or support you? Do you have any eyes on any Aussie artists or anyone you want to bring down under?
Yeah, and obviously every time I come, I try and have a proper think about, especially down your way, like to try and get an Aussie to help. We're looking at that. I'm looking at that at the moment, trying to see who's available, and have to see where that ends up. But the idea would be to have an Aussie,
Yeah, I love that. Okay, exciting. And then, of course, the new album, The Show, which is out soon, June 9. That is so exciting. And congratulations, of course, to have a new album out. Album artwork's lovely, very pensive, looking up into the sky. It's very Niall, thinking about, what are you thinking about? Rooting, maybe rooting the tour.
Yeah, rooting the tour, rooting away, and I think at that point the sun was going down, so I was having to think about what was going on at dinner time.
Yeah. You're thinking about
Like,
dinner? That's so funny. What did you eat?
yeah,
What did you have? Yorkshire
I
pudding?
can't remember. I can't remember what I had that night, but I remember I had a day off after, so I probably had a couple of pints as well that evening.
Yes, yes, a bloody oath you did. You deserve it. You've been working like you poor. I hope you've got a good bloody therapist, man. Because every time I'm looking at you, it's either golf or work, which is a good balance. Maybe you don't need a therapist because you golf, but you work here.
Yeah.
Are you exhausted?
Oh yeah, absolutely knackered. Um,
Okay.
but hopefully for a good cause. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's been it's been intense recently. But yeah, the golf is good. The golf's a good one to have. You know,
Yeah, I can imagine.
just get out there, put the phone in the bag.
Yeah, get the stress out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to ask. We already have Meltdown. Beautiful song. We'll play it with this interview. It's really, really good. And then, in my research, I'm like, what's he having a meltdown about? What's going on in Niall's life? Then it hit me. You're in 1993, baby. It's 2023. You're 30 in September. Is that the meltdown?
Potentially. It could be all part of it. It's all happening. No, I just I've always just felt like I wanted to write that song, but write it in fast pace. Anytime I've tried to write a ballad about or something like that before, it's always been ballad form. So I was like, I'm gonna let people jump around, and then when they actually listen to the lyric, they're a bit like, maybe I'm dancing to a song about anxiety.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you've been open about all your mental health struggles, but do you still suffer from anxiety? You're anxious?
Here and there, yeah. I always say, like, I'm not trying to parade myself as like going around preaching that I'm like the most anxious person in the world, but I definitely like go through phases of little bursts of freaking out. Yeah, there's no doubt, like we all do.
Oh, how can you not, man? I mean, with the life that you've led, I mean, everyone talks about you. Even like when I was researching again, it was like Niall Horan to reunite One Direction on the Late Late Show. I'm like, they just won't let it go, and that didn't even happen. That wasn't even real.
You're telling me.
Yeah, I can imagine the anxiety. I get anxious thinking about it for you, let alone living it. So I'm glad you're getting help or golfing at the end of the day, which is your therapy.
Right. I'm good. You know me.
Good, man. Good. All right. Well, the album, the show is out June 9. Any little hidden tidbits we have to wait for? Look out for any. We worked with your friend Lewis Capaldi. Who are you working with on that?
No, it's a clean slate. It's just me. Which and I'm glad I kept it that way. The next time though, I'm looking to dig into some collaborations. I would love to. The pandemic kind of stopped that. Not gonna lie. The collaboration side of things, but I am looking forward to maybe doing a few more in the future for sure. But yeah, I think it's just like it's a good mixed bag of emotions on the album, and definitely I think the best stuff I've made. So I have that in my heart, and I just have to hope that people agree.
Yeah, exciting, man. Well, regardless, if whatever the world thinks, Australia loves you, and you're always welcome here. Just get a flat, like next to a pub. Make sure there's a golf course a couple of kilometers around, and you are set for life, man. That's a good retirement plan.
Yeah, honestly, I think that could be very much part of the retirement plan.
Yeah, good.
There's no doubt. Not even joking.
Yeah, no, I know. We're waiting for you. We can't wait. The album, the show, June 9, live on tour, of course. Go get tickets, tickettech.com. Niall Horan. Buddy, so great to meet you officially, and I'll welcome you with warm arms when you come to Australia, okay?
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
I'll get routing on all the plans for you. So you just text me what you need, and then
you get your routing done, and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll say Niall wants me to root, guys. I don't want to. I'm exhausted, but I'm rooting for Niall. What I'm doing, okay? Ridiculous. So, thank you, buddy. Nice to meet you.